What's up, guys? My name is Michael, and I help you to move into the 5D and entering the new Earth. I would start to say that this video will not be for everyone. It works for everyone, but I will say that it would not be for everyone. It will not be an interest for everyone, and some people are just not. It's not their thing. So let's dive into it. We're going to be talking about connecting to your spirit guides and how you can use your spirit guide to kind of like guide you through your life and how they speak and how you can differentiate between and all of the things that I've been learning over the years. And I'm going to basically give it to you what I do to get guidance and assurance and messages and channels and stuff like that. So I have a few things that I want to share with you today, and yeah, let's start. So first of all, this thing with spirit guides and channeling, it's a very interesting thing because it's like you can't really touch it, and it can take some time before you really step into using it. It took me many years before I knew that there was something that I needed to learn, and I understood that there was a like way to connect to like life and your higher self and your guides. And I knew that there was something, but there were so many things in my mind that was basically stopping me because I had beliefs about like I need to see things, or this is not true, it's just my mind. And I just want to quick tell you a short story so you understand why I came into it, and maybe you have the same kind of thing. My life really started in my awakening was in 2012. My father died, and I was devastated. I was completely lost. I was also broke at that point, and I didn't even have anywhere to live except at my ex's place. And I was really sad. There was a lot of confusion, and I actually really missed my dad, and I was sad and angry that he died, and I felt that I was left out, and I didn't understand what was going on at all. And I started to search for ways to communicate with my dad because there were so much things that was unspoken to him. And this is how it all started. I wanted to say things to him that I couldn't do in my life. So I started to do things like ghost hunting, and I had machines that was like scanning channels, and I try to find his spirit like in ways he was uh, still at another realm, and in the terms of a ghost basically. And this went on for many years, and I had fun with it, but at the same time in the bottom of my heart I wanted to speak to him. Like I wanted to say things. There was stuff that was really much unspoken. He left me really early, and he died without basically saying anything. All of that story is also in my book. I can link it down below if someone wants to read that. Um, but here it all like started because I had so many weird things happening in that apartment that I lived in. That was kind of like fire alarm went off. Uh, Really strange things like TV went on and off, and the microwave like ding 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 ding. Like it was a lot of signs. And then one day I met a medium, and this medium I had a meeting with, and basically we had a really good conversation where she's like, "Oh, I have your dad with me, and he has a few things that they want to say to you." And I could at that point let a lot of my sadness go, but I also realized, and you probably need to have some sort of experience with this to kind of like really believe it, but I realized that she was actually talking to my dead father, and because there was things that she said that no one else could really knew. And at that point I was really sure that shit, people can actually talk to dead people. I want to do that too. And so she gave me one thing at that time that she said to me, and I'm going to talk about more about that later in this video. But she said, sit down and ask your father for guidance. Sit down and ask him whatever, like, should I go this way or should I go this way? What is the best for me? And really ask and trust and see what happens in the world. And I did, and I kid you not, my life took off like never before, and I couldn't really believe my eyes what was going on, to be honest. all of a sudden my business took off, and I had miracles happens in my life that I never even thought was possible, to be honest. And ever since that point, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna understand, and I want to grow with this. I want to be able to use this. I want to ask every day. I want to be, yeah, I want to be part of, like, it felt like I was connected to him, like I had a different relationship to him than I had, actually a better relationship that I had with him when he was alive, to be honest. Because now he was all helping. I was always getting answers to all of my questions, basically, and my guidance, and it was just a beautiful thing. And ever since then, I've been practicing this a lot, and today it can be really clear. The messages and the channeling is really clear. I can sometimes speak to that people come to me when there is someone that needs a message. Many times it comes to me, and it wants to speak through me to this person. Um, and even like their spirit guides, many times they come to me and they basically tell me things like, tell this person this thing, and I have no idea who this person is, maybe, but I can kind of like, okay, I'm just going to deliver a message, for example. So, and you can use this for your own, like, guidance in your own life, where your own spirit guides helps you move to the direction that you want. And what I can see, we have multiple spirits guides. Some have more, some have less, and they're here for a reason, and they're here to help you. And they're all in my experience, in my hallucination, I've been digging so deep, so I even got figures, names, years, and locations of who the person was in their past life, and now they're a spirit guide to me, and also why they're in my life and how they're helping me. So sometimes I can ask one of the spirit. I have one for relationships and I have one for direction, basically. That is very present and been for a long time, and I can ask them sometimes, and all of a sudden something shows up, and it's just like super clear. So I will show you how I channel my guides and how it works, and maybe you can try this with yourself and see what happens in your life. So first we gotta be aware of who is there, and we can do that by a visualization where we close our eyes and we literally invite. Let's, like, if you close your eyes and you sit down and you say loud out, I invite my first spirit guide to come to me and appear. Then you just sit and see where this, if there's a figure, if there's maybe there's a face or no face. Sometimes it's no face, I would say. But how does this person look like? In what form does he come, or she? Does he have, like mine, for example? He has a tall hat and he has a uniform. And this guy is from the World War I. He was a officer and he was leading an army in World War I. He came from actually from Colorado in America, and I've been channeling that he was a leader, but he also then, in the middle of the war, he actually didn't want to fight, so he was refusing, and he then became kind of like a radical person that he refused to fight for the government, and he refused to fight even if he did in the beginning, but then he realized that that was no longer his path. He also had a brother. They're all, I actually found them online when I did the channeling. And so, like, how does this person look like? What's the shape, and how they look like, and where in your, like, space are they? Many times they communicate not with words, but they communicate with instant direct messages. So when you ask questions, you can get a very fast response, even before, sometimes. Many times when you're in it, it comes even before you ask the question, or as soon as your question basically appears in your mind. It's like super fast. Then you know that it's on point, that it was like, this is the, because it's very tricky with the mind and these messages can be confusing in this time. So first of all, you can recognize them, you can ask them things, and you can just understand that they're there for you. You can ask them what are they here to help you with. For example, in my case, this man is helping with guidance and the assertiveness, and like where I'm going and what I'm doing with my kind of like mission, I'm very um freedom. Like my whole thing with this is life is like freedom, and he had the same thing. He thought he was fighting for freedom, but then he understood that he was not. So in this lifetime, he will help me to guide. That's just one example. And then you can invite them and you can basically talk to them. And this takes practice, to be honest. And you sometimes need someone like you. We need to sit and then, yeah, practice this thing, because there's a lot of like, what is my mind and what is not? Can I trust this? Can I not trust this, for example? And when you have your guides, you can they're there all the time with you. They're always helping you, they're always there, and you can always ask them questions, and they will only help you when you ask for like guidance. So they're always there, but in what I experience is that you need to constantly ask for help. You need constantly ask for, and this is where most people have problem, because they have hard to ask for help. It's like it's even hard to ask for friends for help, or your family members, or whatever that is. So practicing asking for help and allowing life to play out, so you get some sort of clear evidence that the thing I asked for actually showed up in my life. And then you can start to, because you need to believe. You need to believe so much in this that you you understand that they are actually talking to you. You need to have a deeper belief, and you need to come from a place of like, I really want source guidance, and I want to trust it. And if you want to make me like a more in-depth video with this, you can comment down below, and then maybe I can make a video with that. But then the next part of this is like, is this my mind, or is this, as I said before, is this them? Many times I experience that if you're a thinker, an overthinker, as someone that maybe gets stuck in your head, which is most of us, it's very easy to be confused about what type of message am I getting. Is it my mind's chatter that tells me something? That is almost always gonna be the wrong stuff. Or is it actually my guide speaking through me in my highest good? Many times our chatter in our mind is not for our best. It's basically often came from like some sort of like survival, stay in the same place, protection, and like defensiveness, or whatever that is, and that would never lead you to where you need to be, or where the next step would be. So practicing this over and over and over, and like, what's my mind and what is the message? Trust the message, go for the message, and see yourself that the message was correct. Play with it, experience like the world, and use it as an experiment almost, where you try like, oh, I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna see what happens if I just follow these signs and the questions. And many times when you ask for, if you sit and meditate and you ask for some sort of guidance, and something comes to you, you're like, oh, I didn't think, like, that, oh, I didn't think about it. Where did that come from? You asked for, like, let's say you said, show me something that I haven't seen, or something that I didn't see. And then all of a sudden something random comes up. Well, many times in my hallucination, I experience that, oh shit, it's actually showing me something that I need to see, that I can be using. And many times it's very on point when you just allow the information to come. Don't try to see what's good or bad, or this is bad, like this is good or this is not good, or whatever. Like, just allow the message to be there, and like, be curious. Well, okay, got it. And then we have the next thing, which I think is super, like, this is awesome. Your spirit guides will give you assignments in this world for you to take your next step. It basically gives you, it's like a video game where it gives you the next step. And you, like when you're playing a video game and you come to a place and you have a quest, it gives you kind of like a quest, and it gives you an assignment to go out and do. And like, kind of like, it could be working off karma, it could be building something, it could be whatever. It could be like, go and do this, and that's the only thing that you will get. And you will get the next step in after finishing that assignment. So when you know that you're always getting assignments, even if you don't think about it, you always get assignments. And when you follow these assignments, all of a sudden, you grow. You come to the next level. You can kind of like all the video games. You like level 1, level 2, level 3, and it keeps on going. It never ends, and it takes you towards the best version of you. And when you can be playful with this and when you can play around with this is an amazing thing. It's like playing a game, to be honest. And it leads you to places that you never even thought was possible. It's going to lead you to people and circumstances that you never thought was possible. But you need to trust and understand that there is more than our monkey mind. There is something that we can't understand, and I'm surrendering to that. I call it infinite intelligence, which is in all of us, but it's also all around us. It's in every single part of the universe. It's in the camera, it's in you, it's in me, it's in the wood, it's in the nature. It's in everywhere. And when that infinite intelligence tell you the next step, it's like you are here and it sits above you and it kind of like sees what's the best for you. You can only see so much from here, but from up here, it can see a lot. And when you trust that, it's like you're connecting direct to it, and all of a sudden, you get a vision that is way better than you ever had before. And you're like, okay, this is actually, because many times we think that we know the best way for us. We just like, yeah, this is the way it's gonna happen. This is the way it's gonna go. Blah 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 blah. No, false. Not true. Not true. This is super exciting. You need to practice this too, and when you start to tap into it, it's really fun. And as I said before, asking your guides for help all the time. It's just not like asking one day and then you don't have to ask again. I mean asking all the time in a way where like, okay, maybe you don't know where to go in life, and like, okay, should I do this or should I do this? Or like, give me a sign to know where I'm about to go. Like, give me a clear sign of what is good for me, where I need to go. And many times you can feel inside of you that this is the right way. Like, you just know that it makes you excited, and it's like, yes, I want to do this. I actually want to do this thing. In the 5D, here it's all about joy and the amazing feeling that comes with excitement when you're supposed to do something. In the past, in the 3D, there was a lot of like, no, I need to push, I need to work hard, I need to grind, blah, blah, blah. No, here it's like following your assignments, go towards the places you need to go to where it comes from a place within. Like a really nice, exciting place. And then trust that and go with it. See what it takes you, because in the end, it's all gonna lead you to the same place anyway. But sometimes you use your mind and you think that this I know better. I know the way better. And then in my experience, it always ends up in a road that it's way longer, or there's something that was not even nice to do, or like, so there's a lot of things here to practice when it comes to this, and then dare to go for that. And you will get better and better, because the last thing I had to say about this is like trust, patience, and practice is one of the things that you really need to like put in. This will become the best friend. Like this friend, the infinite intelligence inside of you and all around us, will be the best relationship you have ever. When you know there's someone that's backing you up, when you know that there's someone that's always there to guide you, when you know that you can always ask and you can always, like in any situation, there's someone that's behind you. I thought it was my dad, and partly it is, but at the same time, it's also God, source, universe. I felt so alone, and when my father died, I actually thought that I was speaking to him. Maybe I did, maybe I don't, no one can really tell. But that made me feel really comfortable when I can see that I was asked the things that I was asking and praying, like, yeah, asking for. And I can see that those things actually started to happen. I was like, wow, there is something that is actually supporting me, and there is something that is out there for my best. There is something that wants best for me. And when you can use that divine guidance, that's going to lead you to places and success that no one else can get. Because you are you. I can't be you. You can't be me. We're all one. We're all kind of like the same. We're all one source. We're all one intelligence. But you are still you, and you have your unique journey. You have your unique struggles. You have your unique success. You have a unique way to get through the world. You have your unique traits. No one can take them away from you. And when you understand that those are meant to be used, and when you understand that you're not competing with anyone, you're just supposed to express from a divine, clear place where you are you. When you ask your source, inner guidance, father, mother, past ones, for help, and all of a sudden you start to get the guidance you want, the more belief and trust you put in yourself, all of a sudden you're going to be on a journey that's going to take you on a wild ride. Trust, practice, and have patience, knowing that it's something within. And I know that if you're watching this, you know that there is something within to you that speaks to you, because you had some sort of awakening, you had some sort of event where your consciousness started to shift. Otherwise you wouldn't, as I said, you wouldn't be here. You had the experience of you observing your own thoughts and starting to question your own thoughts, and like, where am I, where do I want to go, what I want to do. And you are on a mission, you have a purpose here. And this tool just helped me incredibly when it comes to going out in the world and doing the things that I'm here to do, and do that with joy, even if sometimes are hard. I'm not saying that everything is going to be easy. Sometimes you're going to be challenged, and you're going to have fears, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that happens. But all of those things is a part of the game you're playing. This is one of the rules of the game, and it's also one of the tools of the game that you can use to go out there and just do it give it your best. I would appreciate, guys, if you followed and subscribe to the channel. That would help out a lot. Comment if you have questions about something, if you need help or whatever. If something doesn't working, you can ask it down here, and I will do my best to explain. If not, I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.